All right, here we go. Episode number 2 of the live podcast here at Cornerstone International Community College. I should turn the music down so you can actually hear me. Hello, my name is Martin, and I've got Andy or Andrea here with me, one of my favorite people here at Cornerstone. And we're going to talk Cornerstone today for about 15, 20 minutes. She's going to tell us all about programs that the international students from around the world can take here at Cornerstone. The reason I asked her to come on the show is because you're famous.
Thank you so much.
And every time that you do something on Instagram or social media, like everybody follows. So here's what I'm going to do because she's really excited to you know, okay, I'm going to give you the headset, okay?
Thank you.
All right. There you go. How does that sound?
Oh, amazing.
It's good, huh?
Yeah, I love it.
All right, good. So now she can hear me and everything's great. All right, so where are you from?
I'm from Mexico, from the north.
From the north of Mexico?
Yeah.
And how long have you been in Canada for?
Right now, 5 years and a half.
Okay, good. What made you come here? Like, what was your decision to come to Canada? I'm going to get comfortable. I'm going to lean back and chill out a little bit. So what made you decide to come to Canada?
I came because I wanted to study English. So I basically came for just 6 months.
Okay, you know, it's been longer than 6 months.
Yeah, a life.
And everything has changed for you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's a whole story. It's amazing. She should write a book about her life in Vancouver.
Totally,
It's
I
big.
agree.
Oh my gosh, that's so good to hear. But I know you're happy and I know you're doing really well. So I wanted to ask you, so we're going to talk, I'm here to really talk about Cornerstone and international students and everything of value to especially students from Latin America and Mexico. So what programs generally do students from Mexico or Latin America take when they come here?
I will say that it depends on the profile of the student. I mean, most of our students are taking management programs because our management programs don't require too much in level of English.
Good.
So they can start maybe first with English course, and then they can start with a management diploma.
Okay, this is really important. So I know that a lot of people right now are down south, Mexico and South America, and they are worried about the English test. Can you talk about that a little bit just to maybe lessen the stress from people?
Yeah, of course. Basically, in Cornerstone, we are kind of free about the English official test because they can do a ESL course without, that basically is English as second language. And then after they finish the course, they are going to have the enough level or the requirement to apply for our diploma. So obviously, if they have Duolingo, IELTS, TOEFL, or whatever, it is good, but if they don't have it, they don't have to worry because we can give a solution.
Okay. So typically, let's say somebody comes here from Brazil and their English isn't very good. So the option is that they would take Duolingo. Is that what you're saying, or?
If it is very good, the English you say, or
no, it's not very good.
No. In that case, I would recommend to take first English course.
Okay, so first take some courses, like a couple of months.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do a speaking test to know how is the level of the student.
Good.
And then based on that level, we're gonna place them. Good. And they are gonna start, for example, in level 2 and then level 2.5. And they are gonna improving month by month. Good.
And I used to be a teacher here, and a lot of Latino students came and they took customer service as get comfortable. Isn't that nice? There you go. So now she's relaxing. Yeah, a lot of cables. And so a lot of students would take like customer service classes or hospitality classes. What level of English do they need for that?
Before, for example, customer, it was a very popular program because the level, it was level 4. So it was like an intermediate.
Right.
But for example, hospitality and international business, the level before it was 5.0.
That's right.
Right now, everything changed, obviously, because these new regulations. So even if the student is going to take customer, the level will be 5.0.
It's a level 5 now.
Yeah.
So students can come here, they take a little bit of English classes if they have to, a couple of months, 2 months, 3 months. And I even read somewhere that it's 2 free months.
Yeah. Right now we have a promotion that, for example, if a student enroll with us, they can have up to 2 months of ESL for free.
That's amazing.
So basically, they are going to save around 2K.
Wow, 2,000. All right.
Yeah. So obviously, if, for example, that I'm from Mexico, it is a huge advantage. So And also we have the option, for example, if they wanna start studying English, but like for example online in Mexico or in their home country,
Right.
it is possible they can do it.
Good.
Or if they wanna come and study English first, they can.
They can do
Just the thing is that they cannot work when
That's
they
right.
are studying English. They need to wait until the diploma. So basically, they need to bring enough savings to survive in Vancouver.
All right. All right. You're clearing this up. This is so good because even I have all these questions. I'm always like, what are the options? So this is really helpful. I love this. Now, something else that I think you might really help the students is help them to understand the PALS letter. Can you explain that to us a little bit?
In the PAL letter, it is, wow,
It's
it's
a little bit
tricky.
It's tricky.
Yeah, it's tricky because right now students that are under PAL letter, or well, it is province attestation letter, they must take the classes online.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is not like before, maybe you can take it online, but right now, if you're gonna come to study to Canada, you need to be a real student. I
Yes,
mean,
good.
real student is like you need to be in the classroom.
Yes.
Like,
Before it was so easy. People would either stay at home or come to class, or
Yeah.
a lot of students didn't even do that much.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The government of Canada said eventually enough's enough.
Yeah.
And that's why the regulations have changed. A lot of students have asked me, is it because of Cornerstone or is it because
No.
of the different college? It's a government thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's some things that, for example, the student they think that we are like the bad
bad guy.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But we are just following the rules of
That's
the
right.
government.
Yeah.
And for example, obviously, I totally recommend to take the classes in person because
Yes.
it is not the same. I mean, online classes are like, okay, you have the time to be at home, to cook, whatever. But I think the knowledge that you're gonna gain on the classroom, it is like magnific.
Yeah, it's another level. I'm glad you're clearing that up because I think students need to understand if you're going to come, you now have a whole different level of responsibility, and you have to be here. You have to be in class.
And also, Martin, sorry to interrupt,
Yeah, it's
but
good.
it is the networking that you can build at the
Yeah.
classroom. It is amazing because you're gonna like make friends from all the different countries, no?
Exactly.
From Korea, for Japan, and that
Yeah.
is gonna be excellent because also you're gonna keep improving your English.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though you are not in an English course, you're gonna keep improving it. So.
What about the cost of living in Vancouver? What's your your honest opinion?
No. Speechless. No, I mean,
Speechless. I love it.
in my case, no, it's insane. To be
It's
honest,
very expensive.
It's insane. Obviously, for example, if you are studying and working part time,
Right.
it is kind of difficult to afford the rent, your personal expenses, because even if the salary maybe it is not that bad, but you need to pay your taxes.
Yep.
The rents in Vancouver especially are around 1,000 to 1,500,
Minimum.
something like that.
Yep. Yep.
And in a like a share apartment, and you're gonna have just your own bedroom,
Yep.
but you're gonna share anyway.
Yep.
So right now, for example, I live in Burnaby, and I love that area because
It's beautiful. Nice.
yeah, it is beautiful.
Safe.
And I have, for example, Metrotown or Metropolis Mall that is very close to my house, and I think it's like kind of safe,
Yeah, it is.
clean.
Yeah. It is very nice.
Yeah,
Burnaby's
I
beautiful.
used to love downtown because
Yeah.
when I arrived to Vancouver and I was studying, my school was in downtown, so basically I walk everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have to pay the compass at that time.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
Yeah.
What's a compass card? You hear this all the time. What is that?
the compass card is the card basically that you are gonna use to move to your commute using the bus, the train, the C bus. So
Very good. That's right. It's a little blue card or it's a yellow card. I think. If
yeah,
you're a student.
depends on
Yeah.
if you're under 18,
Yeah.
it's gonna be the orange one.
That's right. This is so helpful. This is great. Okay, so my next question would be, now, yes, so we did say Vancouver expensive, which means that you need to come here with a certain amount of money in your bank account. Do you know, you have to prove that you have that money, right?
Yeah.
What is that amount again? Is it 20,000?
20,635.
Oh, you're really being exact. So basically $2,600.
Yeah,
No,
But you need to-
20,000, not 2,000, 20,000.
Yeah, 20,000.
$20,600.
But obviously, if you show more, it's gonna be better,
Right, yeah.
because also, for example, if you didn't pay the whole tuition fee,
Yeah.
you need to, for example, to show the 20K plus the pending tuition fee.
Right.
So maybe it will be like 30K.
Good. So money, you got to be prepared financially to come here. So a lot of students typically save for a few years before they come here.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to have a financial system at home. I think your family needs to be aware that, okay, this is what you plan on doing, and hopefully maybe you have a backup plan so that if you need some help, that family will be able to help you. And I know that's a difficult thing to ask. I mean, I get it. But I think a lot of students sometimes come here and they see the Canadian dream and they have this vision of Canada, but like a lot of countries around the world right now, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Inflation has been difficult, rent has been difficult. But I also want to say that that's the reality, but there's also a lot of opportunity. So we have dorm rooms. We have, if you need to come here and you're not sure where to stay, we have places for you to stay. So we have a dormitory. That's very affordable. In terms of jobs, I always say that there are a lot of opportunities for work, but only for those who are truly looking for work. So if you're going to spend an hour a day looking for a job, you're not going to find one. But generally, I've been doing this now for 10 years, and students who come here and actually spend a good amount of time and are serious about finding a job, they typically find a job. Now, what kind of jobs are students getting in your experience?
I think probably when they are doing the academic part, most of the jobs are gonna be like in a coffee shop, in a restaurant as a server, cashier, or in the cook line. But yeah, even for example in Zara, it can be because it's part-time jobs.
Yep.
But obviously we have for other examples like students get
Administrative, you got it. In an office job.
Yeah, in an office
It's hard work.
as a receptionist.
Yeah.
So it is good because I think here in Canada, your experience, it is like, it makes a huge difference in your resume.
Yeah. And you've done really well because you're here at the college. You're an advisor at the college, which is a great job. And a lot of my students, yes, when they got here, they had the coffee shop jobs, the retail jobs. And I know it's not a lot of fun, but basically those jobs, you have to take them because you're saying to the world, you're saying to the rest of Canada, I'm responsible enough to take this job, learn some English, improve my English, make some connections. And a lot of my students now work in administration, are accountants, architects, and have moved on. They work in hospitals as physiotherapists.
Yeah.
So they do get the good jobs. So don't be too discouraged if at first you're working in a restaurant and you're thinking, is this the dream that I was having? Be patient, because then this is what happens. And I see other people walking around the college and they are all international students and they've achieved and they've found really good, high-paying jobs. So I know that this can happen. But first, it's a little hard. You gotta.
No, of course. I mean, for example, people ask me like, "How did you get your work in an office?" No, but it was like, dude, I started cleaning houses. Like,
You did.
Yeah,
There you
and also I work in a restaurant as a server.
Wow.
So it is not like I arrived and just one day after I got my job in an office. No. I think here in Canada you will start with some, like as I say, like restaurant, coffee shop, whatever, because you need to start with something and then step by step you will learn more and more and gain experience.
As you meet people and you network and you actually go out and really try to make an effort. Is there anything else that you wanted to say? Because we've kind of run out of room. I want to keep these podcasts a little bit more short, but filled with content. Is there anything that you wanted to add before we go?
I think maybe I will give an advice because...
Go ahead. I love it. Go ahead.
Because, for example, in my case, when I started planning to come to Canada, I cried because I thought that it will be impossible. Yeah. It took me 1 year to be able to come and start this journey. I never thought I will stay more than 6 months. Wow. But I think if you really want to come and if Canada it is something that you really want to try and you need to take this adventure because it is going to be unforgettable. Mm-hmm. You will never regret. But obviously you need to improve your English. Mm-hmm. You need to save money. You need to think or know that it's not going to be easy. Of course, it's not going to be easy, but I totally recommend it.
And sometimes you meet somebody special and you fall in love
and
you start a family, you know?
Yeah, that's something I Never imagine.
Isn't that something? Well, thank you very much for my friend for joining us. Andy is awesome. If you are interested about coming to Cornerstone, highly recommend it. Of course, check out the website, ciccc.ca. Ask to speak to an advisor. This is the one you want to talk to. Ask to speak with Andrea.
We have different languages: Spanish, Japanese,
right.
Korean, English. So
That's right.
doesn't
That's
matter.
right. I think I've heard somewhere that we have like 70 or 90 countries or some unbelievable amount of communities from all over the world joining us here at Cornerstone. It's right downtown. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is. You know what? This is the amazing thing about Vancouver is that even though it's raining, people are still outside, even though it's a little cold. And it's not like cold like the rest of Canada. It's chilly, but it's beautiful. We're all going skiing. We go rollerblading. We go camping. I want to talk to a fellow named Herman. He's here. He's going to be on the podcast later. And he's in charge of all the activities. He takes students all over the city. They have just an amazing time, which I think is a big part of the Cornerstone culture, is keeping students engaged and busy and just having a fantastic time, because that's part of your Canadian adventure. Thank you very much, my friend, for joining me. Don't stop just yet. Watch what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put on a little bit of music. And thank you very much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.